Salut, je m'appelle Michel et je viens de Vaudreuil et vous écoutez The Weekend Game Plan sur TSN 690.
Welcome back. Weekend Game Plan on TSN 690. A reminder, just ahead of Habs breakfast in a few minutes, Dave Pagnotta from the fourth period, our hockey insider, will weigh in on the latest on the Canadiens, possible moves ahead. A reminder, our question of the day, what are your expectations now for Ryan Poehling? You can continue to weigh in at 11-690 from Dan in Point Fortune. His ceiling is probably third line center. All right, let's get to our next guest.
Weekend Game Plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper's sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
All right, sports at thesuburban.com for Mark. Now let us move on, Mark, to the Jumpstart Charities Fund.
Yeah, and I'm sharing some good news because Canadian Tire has committed an additional $12 million to their Jumpstart Charities Sports Relief Fund, and that'll further help Canadian amateur sports organizations survive in the wake of COVID-19. Because the pandemic's devastating impact means sport and play in Canada has never been more vital or at risk. Now, in September of 2020, Jumpstart Charities dispersed $8 million through the Sport Relief Fund in initial aid, and this infusion of $12 million will help even more organizations to continue to operate this year. Because research conducted by Ipsos on behalf of Jumpstart Charities shows that 81% of community sport organizations are worried about their ability to offer program in 2021. But the terrible statistic is that 52% of community sports organizations are potentially facing permanent closure as a result of the pandemic. And of course, the kids are also suffering by not being able to play. And there's more feeling of lonely and finding it difficult to reduce stress and anxiety without that outlet. Now, like Cat Stevens saying, where do the children play? But Jumpstart Charity says make sure that the children can play. So good on them.
All right, moving on to the ice.
Yeah, and while the season's been a washout so far for the Quebec Midget AAA Hockey League, there is an event underway that it's going to run until February 26th. As players from the 15 teams in the leagues will compete in the Midget AAA RDS Challenge, and they're going to have a chance to demonstrate their technical skills. Now, the event was planned in collaboration with the league, CCM, and College Charles Lemoyne, and there's going to be a series of 6 challenges that will take place over the next few days during 3 different ice sessions each day. Now, the best goalies and players from each team will make up the lineup of the best challenge teams. The goalies are going to perform in 2 drills, precision passes, and they're going to have the long-range shot at an empty net, which has become popular with goalies trying to score. Now, as for forwards and defensemen, they'll compete in precision shots, the fastest skater, most powerful shot, and the best deke on the ice. And at the end of the challenge, prizes will be awarded and to the finalists and winners of each event at these games. And then it'll be released on March 2nd. But there'll be a grand finale of the challenge that'll take place when public health authorities allow activities to resume. Now, also, league officials are hoping to launch gameplay as of March 10th, conditions allowing. But they do have those games up on the schedule on the website.
Okay. All right. That's a start. And finally, on the pitch.
Yeah, well, this is a little bit different, but Canada Soccer is hosting the first ever Toyota E-National Championships. And that road begins today with the provincial and territorial qualifiers. The victors will then take part in the E-National Championships finals, and that'll be streaming live on twitch.tv/Canada Soccer next Saturday and Sunday. Now, the amateur competitors are all age 16 and up, and they can use both Xbox and PlayStation consoles on eSports FIFA 21. The top provincial and territorial qualifier on each console will qualify for the finals. Players are going to compete one-on-one in single elimination this weekend, best-of-3 matches bracket format, and those qualifiers then move on, and both finals will see participants compete in head-to-head matchups in the best-of-5 competition to declare a winner on each platform. Now, the 2 E-National Championship winners will be crowned and receive a Canada Soccer prize including a custom Nike Canada Soccer jersey. Fans can follow the progress of all competitors in the qualifier and final stages. They can use hashtag ENATChamps on Twitter and Instagram, or they can go to twitch.tv/Canada Soccer. So something a little bit different, but esports is pretty popular out there.
It definitely is. Not for me. It is Weekend Game Plan here on TSN 690. Sports at thesuburban.com for Mark for this weekly segment. Up next, Habs Breakfast. Our hockey insider checks in. Dave Pagnotta from the fourth period. Are the Habs expected to be active at the trade deadline?